Welcome back to part 2 of the best road trips in Europe. From the towering peaks of Switzerland's Grand Tour to the coastal beauty of Spain's Costa Brava, this video covers even more must-drive routes that will take your adventures to the next level. First up, we have the Wild Atlantic Way in Ireland. Stretching 1,600 miles from County Cork all the way along the west coast of Ireland to the northernmost point of Ireland's mainland, Malin Head, the Wild Atlantic Way is a series of historic roads blended together to create the longest coastal route on Earth.
We flew into Dublin and rented a car before driving to Ireland's most southerly point, Malin Head. We feel that driving south to north is the best way to enjoy the Wild Atlantic Way.
We then drove around the Ring of Kerry with a stop at Skellig Michael, which was made famous in Star Wars The Last Jedi, where Luke was living in self-imposed exile. So if you're a movie fan, you don't want to miss that.
Along the way, you'll discover iconic cliffs such as the Cliffs of Moher. You'll have seaside towns and epic views everywhere over the Atlantic Ocean.
There are a lot of one-lane roads along mountain passes, ferry rides, and tranquil roads winding through farmland with grazing sheep and cows. It's a beautiful scene. You'll also see ancient cairns and the fascinating burn, which dates back to 2900 BC. You could also stay at castles, explore lighthouses, and take long walks on massive beaches. There's a ton to do on the Wild Atlantic Way.
We spent 2 weeks on the Wild Atlantic Way and saw nearly everything we wanted. But I did feel that it was a little bit rushed, so if you have more time, 3 weeks is ideal. And you can check out our entire route on our blog, ThePlanetD.com, and we have a video of the entire route as well. Have you ever wondered what a perfect Romanian road trip looks like? Well, it starts in Bucharest and it moves to Brasov. This 3-hour drive is packed with jaw-dropping landscapes and fairy tale castles.
Starting in Bucharest, you'll want to spend at least 2 days enjoying the perfect blend of old and new in this city. And don't forget to wander through the Old Town, which is known for its beautiful cafes and its really great nightlife.
We even took a stunt driving course to learn how to handle ourselves behind the wheel. So for this road trip, we were ready.
Oh, we were. Now, once you leave the bustling capital of Bucharest behind, you'll be cruising through some of Romania's most scenic highways.
Keep an eye out for the Carpathian Mountains, which rise majestically on the horizon. That's your sign that the adventure is about to begin. Just an hour and a half outside of Bucharest, you're going to reach the region of Sinaia, which is home to Pelish Castle.
And trust me, it does rival Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria for its fairy tale setting. But here, you don't have all the crowds.
We stayed at the Economat Hotel, which was just a walking distance to Pelish Castle, so we could explore it at sunrise and sunset and even after dark.
Next up on this great road trip, about 45 minutes from Pelish, is Bran Castle, which is better known as Dracula's Castle. This ominous castle in Transylvania really fits Bram Stoker's description of Dracula's castle. We continue our journey to Raznov Fortress, which is just about 30 minutes from Bran Castle. The fortress sits high upon a hill, so you get those stunning panoramic views of the countryside below.
After exploring the castles, the fortresses, and the countryside, it's time to head to Brasov, which is just 20 minutes from Raznov. We love taking a walk to the council square, and we also went to visit the Black Church, which is the largest Gothic church in Romania. Well, the drive can be done in just 3 to 4 hours because it's only 105 miles or 170 kilometers. We suggest staying overnight near Pelish Castle and near Bran Castle. You really need to experience these destinations.
Yeah, and if you add that together with 2 days in Bucharest and 2 days in Brasov, this is the perfect 3 to 5 day road trip. Next on the list, we have Costa Brava. Now, we have spent a lot of time in Costa Brava, including an entire summer enjoying this beautiful part of Spain, so I would say we know what we're talking about.
The trip starts in Barcelona, where you'll fly into, and then you can rent a car and take a drive north to one of Spain's most beautiful coastlines. From Barcelona, the first stop along the Costa Brava coast is Tossa de Mar. You're going to explore the old town, and you're going to want to walk up to the Tossa Castle where you'll have views of the spectacular coast.
Next, you're going to want to head up the coast to Cadaqués, which is a whitewashed village that is actually known for inspiring Salvador Dali. And when you visit, you can't miss checking out his home that's been turned into a museum in Port Ligat. Our final stop on this road trip is in Girona. This is an absolutely beautiful town that's really colorful. When you're there, you can't miss visiting the Cathedral of Girona and take a walk along the Roman walls. I recommend doing that at sunset because the views over the city are just incredible.
Girona served as a filming location for Game of Thrones, so fans might recognize some of the narrow streets and those iconic staircases. The journey spans around 200 kilometers or 125 miles, and it really can be done in a day, but we recommend 3 to 5 days depending on how many stops you want to soak in. Are you looking for an epic road trip that's a little off the beaten path? Well, let's explore Wales. It's a land of adventure thanks to its rugged coastlines, towering cliffs, and beautiful national parks. We flew into Manchester and rented a car at the airport where we quickly crossed the border from England to Wales. Our first stop was at the seaside resort town of Llandondo, where we spent the night before heading to Conwy. Now, I know you're going to make fun of all of my pronunciation. I have no idea how to pronounce anything from Wales.
Damn, our Welsh is not very good.
But let me tell you, Conwy is home to Conwy Castle, which is a must-stop on any road trip in Wales. Wales is often called the land of castles because it has 427 of them within this tiny country.
You'll also want to get on the water during this road trip to see the towering cliffs along the coastline, and some of the best ones we saw were at Great Orme. It's then on to Snowdonia National Park, where you can hop aboard a steam train to the summit of Mount Snowdon, the highest peak in Wales. And from here you can take in breathtaking views of Snowdonia before hiking down for a day of adventure, or you can actually take the train down back if you like.
Next up is Zip World in Llechwedd. Thrill seekers cannot miss going here. It's home to the world's fastest zip line, there's an underground Via Ferrata, and they also have Bounce Below, where you can jump on a trampoline that's way underground in a cavern. We call this the ultimate playground for adults.
As you continue south, you'll want to stop by what we consider a quirky village, which is called Port Mirian. Here you can wander through its colorful streets that feel more Mediterranean than Welsh.
Harlech Castle is another castle that we enjoyed visiting in Wales, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site that was on our way to the Pembrokeshire coast, where we took part in coast-steering. Coast-steering is a mix of cliff jumping, hiking along the coast, climbing, and swimming in the waters. Let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart.
No, and you want to be in shape while you're doing this here. Nothing takes your breath away more than jumping off a cliff into the Welsh waters, let me tell you.
Woo! Your road trip ends in Cardiff, which is the capital of Wales. This road trip is about 200 miles long, or 320 kilometers, and it can be done in a very long day if you want. But to see everything that we suggest, you need a full week because it winds through the mountains along the coast, and there's so many things to see and do.
Get ready for the ultimate Swiss adventure with the Grand Tour of Switzerland. This 1,000-mile loop takes you through every corner of the country, offering a blend of stunning landscapes, from the towering Alps to the tranquil lake, quaint villages, and world-class cities.
We flew into Zurich, where we started off in the Old Town. We have a full video of all the things to do in Zurich, and we suggest at least 3 to 5 days because this is a fantastic town.
It was then on to our favorite city in Switzerland, Basel, where we stayed at the modern Art House Basel Hotel. Again, this was walking distance to all the top attractions, making for the perfect base to explore the Rhine River and the Old Town.
After getting to know all of the cities, we then started our road trip high into the Swiss Alps to explore the postcard-perfect town of Grindelwald.
We stayed at the romantic Hotel Schweizerhof, right in town and beside the railroad station, making it really easy to explore Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe, Interlaken, and Grindelwald first, as well as the Glacier Canyon Gorge. After those adventures, it's time for a little spa day. So from Grindelwald, we took the car train through the mountain and popped into Leukerbad before heading to see the Matterhorn in Zermatt. Zermatt is a place you will not forget, and it's good to spend at least a couple days there.
Yeah, it sits at the bottom of the Matterhorn, and it is an incredible place where you'll have scenery from Gornergrat, you'll hike among glaciers, or you can enjoy a sunrise view of the Matterhorn itself. After all those spectacular mountains, it's time for a little bit of sunshine. If you make your way to the south of Switzerland, you're going to immerse in a little bit of Italy in the region of Ticino.
Yeah, the lakeside towns of Lugano, Locarno, and Ascona feel like places straight out of the Mediterranean, which is a real surprise to us.
You can explore the UNESCO World Heritage Sites of the Bellanzina Castles. You can jump from cliffs in the Verzasca Valley, or you can simply people watch along the lakeside promenade.
Our tour finishes up in St. Moritz, which is located at the base of the Alps. And this is an absolutely beautiful town where you can hike by day and relax in the spa by night. We stayed at the luxurious Hotel Kuhn, and it is an absolutely perfect place to base yourself.
Before heading back to Zurich, we stopped at the spectacular Bad Ragaz Spa. This world-renowned spa has two spas, the Tamina Therma and the Grand Resort, and it's the perfect way to end a road trip that has taken you all around the highlights of Switzerland.
Now for this trip, we suggest you plan for 21 days to fully experience the Grand Tour. And we have a complete road trip itinerary on our blog, ThePlanetD.com.
We also have a video that you can check out to see all of the highlights. Make sure to check out our road trips playlist as well, because we've done road trips all around the world. It's one of our favorite ways to travel.
We've done all of these road trips personally, so our recommendations come from our personal experiences. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and click that bell for notifications, because we put up new travel videos every week and you don't want to miss one.